Today's episode is not for the faint of heart, as we delve into the unsettling world of crime, exploring the stories of some of the most disturbing killers caught on camera. We're also excited to announce our collaboration with the fascinating channel, The Rat Knows, who will assist in narrating this video. If you enjoy mysteries and crimes, you'll love their channel, as they cover intriguing cases and captivating stories. Be sure to check out The Rat Knows and subscribe to their channel for more eerie content.
Jesse Kempton, psycho murderer. Grace Mullane, the pretty young woman seen in a pretty black dress as the screen opens, is about to turn 22. One dream that stayed with Grace is a desire to see the world, and before she turns 22, she leaves her home in Essex, UK to backpack through New Zealand. On her birthday eve, she went on a date with a man she had met on Tinder. His neat look bellies the devil in his belly. The man is Jesse Kempton. They spend only a few minutes here, and in those few minutes, you can see how relaxed they both are, the apparent calm before the storm. They make their way to a Mexican cafe. Grace's smile is still firmly planted on her face. She appears to be so nice, and you can see the staff getting along with her easily, sharing smiles and a few words. The feel-good evening didn't end yet. They carried on, visiting more places. You can see one cozy moment in the Blue Room where they share an intimate moment. It is obvious that they are having a good evening, strolling the street after leaving the Blue Room. They take the elevator to what must be Kempton's room, still cozy. When he emerged later, he wasn't wearing a shirt over his t-shirt anymore, and his face wasn't so cozy anymore. He makes his way to a store, and you can see him checking out suitcases. He buys the suitcases and makes his way back to his hotel room via the elevator. We don't see Grace anymore. Where is she gone? Did she jump out the window? Kempton continues to lead his normal life, going to the mall, and taking the elevator to and from his room, with his face telling us very little about what might have transpired in his room with Grace. He is even seen going out with another woman. Now we see him walk into the elevator, pushing two heavy suitcases with him. The suitcase is obviously heavy, and you can tell by the amount of energy he is expending to push it along. In all of his movements, you wonder if some of the things Kempton has purchased at the mall are not specific. In the street, he gets the suitcases in his red rental car. We don't see the car again until the next day, when it appears at 6:50 a.m. at the hardware store where he purchased a shovel. He returns to the hotel without the heavy suitcase he had carried out with him earlier. Now he only has one of the bags, and it is not as heavy. He's later seen taking a load to the laundry house. Later, he will take his rental car to a self-service wash. The police will find Grace's body buried under the earth with the suitcase for a coffin, and Jesse Kempton was arrested on the 8th of December, 7 days after that date with Grace.
The police officer. The man you see on screen is Metro Police Officer Wayne Cozens. The first time you see him on screen, he's renting a car at a rental station in Kent. Later, he's seen purchasing hairbands at a mall. Sarah Everard is the woman seen walking casually on screen. She's stopped by Officer Cozens, who accused her of breaking COVID protocols. He handcuffed her and drove her away in his car. Poor Sarah didn't think she was in any danger. She's in a police car. What could go wrong? She is 33 and will never live to see 34 after this encounter with the man. The next time Officer Cozens is seen on video, his evil has been completed and he's buying hot chocolate at a bakery tart. He's later captured at a gas station, but instead of filling his tank, he fills up a jerry can with gas. You can guess what that's for. He also stopped at a store to pick up a flatback trolley he had purchased. He wiped everything on his phone, restoring it to factory setting in a bid to hide all evidence of his devilry.
Do you know Sarah?
I don't know.
Okay. Sarah went missing. I'll show you some pictures of her on the day.
Okay.
Sarah went missing on Wednesday. And her parents, obviously, and her family are really worried about her now. The inquiry that's been conducted so far is that
When the police finally got around to dishing justice, Cozens wears the cuffs of shame.
So you must have something to say that I know her.
well, as I said, you've been arrested on suspicion of kidnap. And we believe that you've been involved in her disappearance and taking her away from her family.
Okay.
So we are trying to find her. Obviously everybody is very worried about her. She's got, parents, she's got, she's got siblings, she's got a boyfriend. There's a lot of people that care about her.
Sure.
You've seen her on the news, that people that are reaching out about her.
Sure.
He confesses to his crimes, stating that he was forced to do it.
Okay, well, I am in financial, and I've been lent on by, I don't know who they are. They're a group, a gang, whatever. And they told me, right, I need to go and pick up girls and give them to them. So I said, it's happening. And it then came through that they're going to harm my family, take them away, and they'll use them instead. But at that point I had no option to try and find somebody. So I don't, there's a couple of names. I was told a place to take her. That's it. That is all I know.
As punishment, he received a whole life sentence, the worst punishment bar the death penalty.
Luca Magnotta, the Predator. The man in a white t-shirt is Luca Magnotta, a predator who had found his companion on Craigslist. With the promise of sex, they both met up and headed to Luca's apartment. His companion, Jun Len, is a Chinese immigrant who arrived in Canada with the lush hopes of becoming a computer engineer, but all of that hope and aspiration ended here, in Magnotta's bedroom. After the two go up the stairs, Magnotta appears once more, this time wearing Junlin's t-shirt. A few times, Luca is seen dumping trash in the bin. It is not the last trip he would make to the trash, and worse still, to other places. Each time he goes out and comes in, he takes a bundle to the trash, and he is believed to be disposing Lynn's body in bits with each trip.
When death is a mere chance meeting. Some victims have it coming, but Julie Rawson's only crime was stumbling into a man who loved horror films a little too much. The man's name is Maynard Ellis, while his partner is David Leslie. In this opening clip, you can see Ellis being questioned about Julie, who was only assumed missing at this point.
And because you look like the person we've seen on CCTV, we just get some details off you, alright? I'll probably chop all my hair off.
What's the name of her?
Julia Rawson.
Who?
Julia.
Julia? Julia Wilson?
Rawson.
Rawson. Rawson.
You know anyone by that name?
The only women I know is my family or his family or them.
Watch as Ellis walks into a bar on New Mill Street. It's a quiet place except for a mature couple sitting at the bar having a drink. The woman in that frame is Julie, and she might still be alive if she hadn't felt the need to fraternize with the lonely man at the other end of the bar. She soon got off her seat and went to have a chat with him. Julie is seen walking with David Leslie. This is believed to be the moment Julie visited the couple in their home, never to be seen again. The next time we see Ellis and Leslie, they're dumping their carpets in a bid to get rid of every evidence of their actions. But that's not all they dump. Watch closely to see the things they dump here, all in a bid to keep every bit of evidence carefully hidden.
Julia Rawson.
Who?
Julia.
Julia? Julia Wilson?
Rawson.
Rawson? Rawson?
You know anyone by that name?
The only women I know is my family or his family or them.
Right.
This is my partner.
Okay.
Tattoos. Match.
Yeah.
Perfect. Hello.
Yeah.
Maynard Ellis is being questioned by a cop while his partner stands to the side biting his fingernails. He denies any knowledge of Julie, though the cops mentioned that he'd been caught on CCTV. Both Maynard Ellis and his partner David Leslie have been convicted for the murder of Julie Rawson. Before we play the last clip, I'm sure you've been enjoying everything so far, so why don't you consider subscribing to our channel? We post 2 new scary videos every week, so subscribe and click the notification button so you can stay up to date with the new releases.
Aiden Fuji, knife murderer. Imagine discovering your child's body in the woods on Mother's Day. This was the lot of Stacy Bailey, whose daughter, Tristan, was murdered by her classmate, Aiden Fuji, the now 16-year-old you see on screen. The map you see on screen shows Aiden's movements on the day Tristan was murdered, and here is how it all went down. Aiden had collected Tristan's number from a friend and called her, getting the young cheerleader to come out and join him at a mutual friend's home. Both Tristan and Aiden went to the same school and were at the very least acquaintances. It was 5:17 p.m. when Aiden leaves his home and makes his way to the mutual friend's home. Watch as Aiden arrives at the designated location with someone. Keep your eyes across the street. That's where everything is happening. The doorbell camera from this home captures it all. By 6:31 p.m., we see Aiden's girlfriend arrive at the house. She's the one on the skateboard. Barely an hour later, we see Aiden leave with his girlfriend. Both of them ride off on a skateboard and are seen arriving at a different residence. After a while, Aiden leaves his girlfriend and returns to the house he had left earlier with his girlfriend. In all the proceeding, you must keep your eyes on his feet and note his white shoes, which will be important to our narrative later. He hangs out and skates in the driveway with his friend. In the next video, we see a person believed to be Tristan leaving her home around midnight. She meets up with Aiden, and they can be seen walking in the night past 1 a.m. They walk for quite a while, and at the end, once Tristan leaves the screen, it will be the last time anyone will ever see her again. It was 1:45 a.m. The next time someone pops up on video, it is past 3 a.m. and we see a single figure running across the screen, carrying his white shoes in his hand. The figure appears again on screen. This time, he is no longer running. He is still carrying his shoes in his hands, and you can see that clearly as he makes his way to his home. Tristan was found later with multiple stab wounds. Aiden pled guilty to murder and was given a life sentence.